Guacamole in my pockets, what a blessing. Got it on me, I got options, real stepper. Check the shoes, get it poppin'. Eating good, feeling good, where my hopping done at. Put it on a plate with some lemonade. That's the way we did it in the old days. Back then, mama said, get up, walk on play. Which better not come home like this. Street lights, we was young, racing. Street lights, carefree was the best time. Fast forward daydreaming about the next time. When it's gonna happen again, cause I just wanna have fun. Come and pick me up, meet me at the spot. Up all night, to the sunrise. Pop back cool, get ready for the ride. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? How you feel? Turn it up a notch, pop up clean room. Everyday celebration, take a trip vacation. You deserve a day, you deserve a day off. Working for too long, gotta kick back. Turn my cell phone off, wait till I get back. Ooh, yeah, I did that. Living my life with no regrets. So I title, link up, pull up on me. Where we at? We did chillin'. Where we at the spot. What time? Anytime. Link up, pull up on me. Where we at? We did coolin'. Where we at? The chill spot. What time? Party time. I just wanna have fun. Come and pick me up, meet me at the spot. Up all night, to the sunrise. Pop back cool, get ready for the ride. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? Don't it feel?
Help him pass the time. Long days, long lives, but the carny will get by. Well, Jack just found out yesterday that the Rona might take his job away. The poor bastard, he ain't got nothing saved. He's spending all on alcohol and $3 poll tax. Bad luck, bad vibes. Long days, long nights, but the carny will get by. It's so hard to make a living when you barely can survive. Hustling roofs out on the midway under the flashing neon lights. Long days, long nights, but the carny will get by. his meds, trying to choose between blue or red. He took a heavy dose, now he's all alone, eating gas station hot dogs and watching Alex Jones. Too weird to live, too rare to die. Long days, long lives, but the carny will get by. What will become of all the carnies when we've shuttered up the world? Utter darkness on the midway in a rusty old tilt-a-whirl. Long days, long lights, mirage, neon signs. Long days, long nights, but the carny will get by. Just earned a 30-day chip. Catches my eye every time I pass by the old house I used to get my fix. It turned me into a maniac and it turned me inside out. But I can't stay away from the wrong side of town. Third shift job in the factory, I say mostly to myself. Lately it seems I ain't got ambition for much else. But when the week is done and payday comes, you can try to slow me down. But I keep going back to the wrong side of town. Good luck picking me up. Say your prayers, I'll let you down. I can't stay away from the wrong side of town. On the overpass is a lady in rags sitting down by the railroad tracks. She's warning me of the judgment day to come. Still small voice trying to turn me back, but I quickly snuffed it out. You don't belong here on the wrong side of town. Good luck, pick me up, say your prayers, I'll let you down. I can't stay away from the wrong side of town. And I can hear the full moon calling out. You can run, but not forever. I can hear the full moon calling out. You can run, but not forever. Good luck picking me up. Save your prayers, I'll let you down. I can't stay away from the wrong side of town. I just can't stay away from the wrong side of town. Wandering through Wichita, doubt my salvation on account of all the ways I've gone wrong, and I'm lonesome, lonesome and lonely. I've been searching for the place of peace like this, worn out liver and hole in my soul. Winter time's coming these days and shorter than my temper. I can't wrestle with my angels and they got a blue heel on my throat. And I'm wandering through Wichita, doubting my salvation on account of all the ways I've gone wrong. And I'm lonesome, lonesome and lonely. I wanna drink my fill, enjoy the life found, but my stomach can't take it, my head is pounding. Well, I'm a ruined man as far as I can tell, aging poorly, losing years and scared as hell. And I'm wandering through Wichita, doubting my salvation on account of all the ways I've gone wrong. And I'm lonesome, lonesome and lonely. I'm lonesome, lonesome and lonely. More weeks in beauty before they fade. I stare at the blossoms in days out to noontime, till the vision of the Yesenia roll back my way. Won't you roll back my way? Visions of the Yesenia roll back my way. Heavy and dreamless nights have gone, heavy on the moonshine, drinking away the memories I rather not remain. River of laughter, daughter of the moonlight, won't you pull back those shadows from your face? Won't you roll back my way? Visions of your city, roll back my way. I'll keep drifting further from the heart of my maker till the visions of your city roll back my way. Won't you roll back my way? Visions of your city roll back my way. Tiger flowers blooming on the crest of the hillside. A few more weeks of beauty before they fade. Oh, string of comfort, childlike wonder. Without you, I will never be the same. Won't you roll back my way? Visions of your city, roll back my way.
And hello, everybody. How are we doing tonight? Yes, welcome to everybody. So I hope everybody's ready for a few interesting questions. I'll play one more song and then we'll get into the quiz. So that'll give everybody time to go and grab a cup of coffee or a beer out of the fridge or whatever. And yeah, when I come back, we'll be into it.
man dusty lips hangs a pack, small cigarette picked up off the cold ground. Been trying to break these patterns, but it looks like they'll stick around. At least I won't lose my rhythm or my digits. Out along the highways, out along the highway, out along the highways, half alive on the county line, trying to keep up with the sunset. It gets dark so early now. I wanna hold her so tight, maybe she's stuck around. She's got independence and adventure. And so it goes out on the highways and the hedges. Out along the highways, out along the highways, out along the highways and the hedges. Eased up, level now. The spirits are upon me now. I can feel them closing in. And I've never been a leader of men, but you can follow me to the edges. Out along the highways, out along the highways, out along the highways.
Rightio. We're back. So if everybody's got their cup of tea, cup of coffee, a drink of their choice, and ready to go, we shall. So just type one in the chat when you're ready to go, and we'll get going on it. I will. I'll keep score. That's okay. Mark's ready. Adrian's ready. We probably should give Steve a head start, shouldn't we? Three minutes. Big sprint down to the fridge. Andy, g'day, mate. How you doing? Welcome. You'll be on countdown now, Andy. Yeah, I knew you'd be counting. You're going to score, Steve. You don't have to.
Whatever's best for you, Johnny. It's your quiz.
It's up to you. If you want to score, that's fine. But I'm capable of it because I know you like to play.
It's tricky for me to play, but doesn't really matter. Whatever's best for you, Johnny. You make the shout.
Well, you know, it's always good to have somebody else on the panel to, you know, umpire and a bit of banter about some of the questions. But
well, I think, yeah. I mean, my main job, I see it, is just making fun of Banana King. That's really my only reason for being here.
Well, you do to him what he does to you. Simple as that.
I'm only joking, obviously, Banana King. I just find it more funny when you play. Right, so I'll keep scoring. Hold on, let me get paper and stuff. Paper, pen. Okay.
So you're ready?
I'm ready. Hold on, let me just do the proper. Let me just get rid of. Make sure I'm not in both streams. Yeah, I'm in both streams at the moment. Well, it doesn't matter, does it? As long as I mute that one. I'm not playing, so we're good. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. First question out. Which US president declared that the ballot is stronger than the bullet?
I should know that.
The ballot
good question.
Is stronger than the bullet. He was about the only one that didn't get shot.
FDR. So, well, that's Franklin. What was it? Dwayne Roosevelt? FDR? Can't remember what the D stands for. That would be a good question, wouldn't it, for next time? What does the D stand for in FDR?
I can tell you, but I won't.
Anyway, that's one I wouldn't have. It's Dwight, is it? Franklin Dwight. Okay. I'll run my score, and I wouldn't have got that one.
Anyhow, Roosevelt wasn't the one that said it. In actual fact, it was Abraham Lincoln.
1 point for Andy Travels. Well done, Andy. I've got the wrong one open. Oh, idiot. Am I right? Was it Andy Yeah, Andy Travels.
Yes.
Was first both on YouTube and in StreamYards.
Right, second question. In which decade of the 20th century was Bill Clinton born? Well, I just better check on my cigar box.
I think I've had a good stab at this, but I could be wrong.
Adrian, in which decade of the 20th century was Bill Clinton born? The fifth decade, that's the 50s.
I think he's 10 years. I think he's. No, I can't say, can I? Yeah, I can. I think he's older than us.
Craig Rosen. G'day, Craig. Welcome.
No, it wasn't the 6.
NB. G'day, mate. Welcome.
I'd agree with Andy.
You've only missed one. This question is, in which decade of the 20th century was Bill Clinton born? And the correct answer would have been the 4th decade, or the 1940s. To be precise, he was born in 1946.
Yeah. I'm seeing Andy again.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm giving that to Andy. Well done again, Andy.
Rightio. Next question. What is the name of the square cap worn by the Catholic clergy?
It's a tricky question. There's nobody rushing in with an answer for that one. Yeah.
G'day, Jeff.
A foreigner.
G'day, Rick. Well, we haven't got a correct answer.
Oh, wow.
So that one will go to the wicket keeper. The actual answer is a biretta. Biretta.
Okay. Never heard of it.
Geneva is a drink from which country?
Can you repeat the first word, Johnny?
Geneva, Genever. Geneva is a drink from which country?
These are tricky.
Mark's thinking of Geneva,
Yeah.
which is spelled with a G, which is actually a G, not a J.
We got Banana King coming in with Belgium. Rick with Portugal. Foreign and telling the truth. Jeff is Holland.
Yeah, Jeff's gone for Holland. The correct answer is the Netherlands.
That's a really tricky one, Johnny.
Yeah.
Because Holland is only a part of the Netherlands.
But would you give him the answer? Would you say yes?
Yes, because a lot of people say Holland when they mean the Netherlands.
The Netherlands.
But
yes.
I knew a guy from the Netherlands, not from Holland, who got really upset when people said, "Oh, you come from Holland." No, I don't. I come from the Netherlands. Anyway, but I think we give it to a foreigner telling the truth.
Yeah, Jeff's his name.
We'll just put Jeff in.
Yeah. All right. No worries. NB, no. Mark isn't in the house at the moment. I don't know.
Let's start highlighting the right answers so we got a bit more organisation here. There we go.
Oh, geez, you're getting professional.
Well,
yeah, I think it's close enough. You know, the world kind of says Holland is Netherlands, the same kind of thing. Clogwogs, yeah.
Well, even TV shows do it. They'll call the football teams. It's the Holland football team rather than Netherlands. Everybody gets it wrong.
Yeah. Okay, next question. What were the first names of author D.H. Lawrence? And no, it wasn't Dickhead.
Another cracking question.
Yes.
And they all enjoy it.
I must admit, I did read a little bit of his stuff, and I kind of thought Dickhead, yeah. But anyhow,
well, he did a couple. He did I can't remember what it was called. Father and Son. This one was Lady Chatterley's Lover, but he did Father and Son or something like that, where his father was a coal miner. And he was a sensitive.
That was father was a coal miner. That wasn't that Tammy Wynette, the coal miner's daughter.
No, I can't remember what it was like. I did read it. I read the whole thing. But I can't remember it now. A long time ago.
That's one of those books they give you at school and say, right, you have to read this.
Yep.
Then everybody goes down the. Yeah, everybody goes to the DVD shop to see if there's a DVD on it.
I don't think we even had it when I did it at school. Johnny, it was just, what was it called?
Video.
Father and Son or something like that. But, it wasn't a bad, out of all the school books we were asked to read, that wasn't a particularly bad one. Because the father was a typical macho coal miner, and he was a sensitive flower that sort of was a mother's boy. It's his autobiography, in effect. And his father used to, I always imagine it was quite good. His father used to come home on a Friday night after he'd been to the pub and have a bath in front of the fire. And I always thought that sounded pretty cool.
Well, that's okay. Well,
Yeah.
anyhow, his name was David Herbert. I
Okay.
don't believe anybody's got David Herbert. They've got David, but not the Herbert part. So that one's off to the.
We got Adrian with Banana King with Douglas Harold. Okay, so another one in the bargain. I reckon we're only on question 4. We've got Andy on 2 and Jeff on 1.
Yes, correct. Rightio. Next question. Which number is next to 5 reading anti-clockwise on the dartboard?
Ooh. Right, I've got my guess.
No one's got it yet. Anti-clockwise. Back around the left-hand side.
It's a good question. Because I can tell you both, I can be 100% sure what the next 2 numbers after 5 are, going clockwise.
Well,
next 3 numbers.
Well, tell me.
I'm not sure.
We do have a correct answer. We do have a correct answer.
Is it Jeff again? 12?
It's 12.
Excellent. Jeff draws level with Andy Travels on 2 points. Nice one, Jeff.
Okay. In and around which town does the action of the 1977 film A Bridge Too Far take place?
It's got to be what I think it is, but I don't know it as the name of the town. Tricky one. God, this is, I was thinking the same as Mark in Thailand. I think we're wrong. I think Jeff's got it.
Well, spelling's actually spell. Oh, yeah, just put my glasses back on. Yep, Jeff has got it. Yes,
Arnhem. Yeah. Is that what we're looking for?
Yes.
Excellent.
Arnhem.
Jeff goes on to the lead with 3 points. I was thinking the same as you, Mark. I was thinking, what's it called? Well, it is just called you're thinking of Bridge Over the River Kwai. I thought with Johnny and his. Thai history that it would be that question. Totally wrong. Only about 6,000 miles wrong, but you know, what's 6,000 miles between friends?
Yeah. Okay, here's a nice easy one. Which actor starred in the 1996 film Broken Arrow?
Call that easy? No idea.
uh,
Well, we got 1 for Nicolas Cage, 2 for Travolta.
correct answer is John Travolta.
I think it's Jeff again. Unless you wanted the first name as well. It's a tricky one.
Well, the actor's name was John Travolta, but he's given us Travolta. Then Rick's gone Nicolas Cage. Mark in Thailand's gone John Travolta, and then Jeff's had 2 tries at writing John. You're the adjudicator. Up to you.
Me, I would give it to Jeff. We all know who Travolta is. We don't care about spelling.
All right.
Right,
Giving it to Jeff.
Yeah. Puts Jeff on 4. Andy on 2.
Personally, I would have given it to Mark myself, but anyhow, that's okay.
Well, Johnny, you can. It's your game. You can always override me. I'm only a scorer.
No. This is the whole idea to talk it out. Yeah, that in an aeroplane, Adrian. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a pilot, isn't he?
He is. Right now, how's your singing? You know, you're right up with all your singing, are you?
Yep.
Which group had hits in the 1990s with Fall at Your Feet and Weather with You?
Absolutely no idea. I'm glad I'm not playing.
I don't know why they said hits, because they weren't really bloody hits. But anyhow.
Andy Troubles has come in with a firm answer of crowded. I think, don't you mean crowded house? Crowed house? Crowded? Is that how you spell it? Doesn't look right. It looks like crowed house, and it's crowd.
Well, the whole thing is the thing is he's corrected himself, and the correct answer is crowded house.
There we go. Then. So,
Blondie, welcome.
We've got.
They started off. Yes, Jeff. They started off in New Zealand and decided it was a shithole, and they went to Sydney and into Australia and made something for themselves. And then you're right, Rick. Then it ended up split ends.
Wow.
Because they split. Anyhow, so Andy gets that one.
Andy Troubles on to 3 points. It's close at the top.
Rightio. Who is the Roman goddess of agriculture?
Missy Ferguson. I liked it anyway. Guys, there's going to be lots of good jokes for that and that. Yeah, bloody Nora. That could have been an answer.
Oh, keep you thinking, Jeff. No, not fertility, Mark.
The Roman goddess of agriculture.
Yes.
That's a super question.
Adrian, I haven't even got to the toughies yet.
No, Mark, it's not John Deere, it's Joan Deere. Oh, I wish I'd thought of that. Joan Deere.
I tell you what, Jeff. You're onto it.
What's he got? Hold on.
Serious.
He's got Filipino bus series, yeah?
There's a bus company in the Philippines, so the yellow buses.
Okay.
And that's the name of the bus lines.
Wow.
And that
Great
is the correct
question.
answer.
So that's another one for Jeff.
Yeah.
Excellent. So we've had ditches and dikes. Right, so Jeff's on 5, Andy's on 3. Banana King's still on 0.
Right, I've just got to go to me makeup questions. We've got to 2 to make up. In the 1988 thriller Tequila Sunrise, which actress co-starred with Mel Gibson?
No idea.
Yes, most likely Banana King.
Got Banana King with Halle Berry. I think it was before her time, I'm guessing. Michelle Pfeiffer sounds pretty cool. Megan Fox.
Well, my pick would be Halle Berry, but the whole part about that's not the correct answer. It was actually Michelle Pfeiffer.
Andy Travels. 1 point. And that's leveled it up because Andy went in with the surname exactly the same as Jeff went in with the surname before. I think that's right. Yeah.
All right, the next question is question 10, which is a steel question. And we've got only 2 on the scoreboard, which is Jeff and Andy, and 1 point. 1 point the difference.
This could change the whole game.
Rightio. Which member of the cast of Friends starred with Bruce Willis in The Whole 9 Yards?
I don't even know that.
G'day, Ron. Welcome.
Are you looking for his character name or his actor's name?
His actor's name.
Yeah.
And we've got the right answer.
Looking like NB?
It looks like NB. Matthew Perry.
Nice one, NB. Right. You can either take a point off Jeff, who's on 5 points, or you can take a point off Andy, who's on 4 points. Blondie said it first. Hold on. We've got a query.
Maddie.
Blondie said...
Maddie's not enough for me, sorry, because his actual name's Matthew Perry. Maddie just... Yeah. Not that I'm being, too nasty.
Yeah. Sorry, Blondie. I can understand your frustration, but I think we've got to have a bit more than Matty. Even though that's what you know him as, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even work it out. If somebody said who's Matty in Cheers, I wouldn't know. No, he didn't want the character name. He wanted the actor name. He did say that. He did clarify that. So the protest has been listened to, considered, put to the jury, and we're still giving it to NB. Sorry, Blondie.
Rewind the tape. Rightio.
Ron is saying rewind the tape. You asked for the character name.
I said which character, which actor. I can actually re-ask the question if it's that big a problem. Which member of the cast of Friends starred with Bruce Willis in the whole 9 yards?
Yeah, I think, and we did clarify it straight afterwards. Said, are you looking for the character or the actor? And Johnny said, clearly, we're looking for the actor. So, because NB gets 1 point, plus he's still got to take a point off somebody.
Yeah, he did. He said off Jeff.
Off Jeff? Okay.
Yep.
So Jeff goes back to 4, NB's on 2, and Andy's on 4.
Yep.
And that is
break time.
Half time, isn't it? Half time.
Yep. Half time break.
Excellent.
So I'll find a bit of music that's not quite really crappy. But yeah.
Till he taught her how to shoot. Daddy didn't play no games, wouldn't let her trade her name for a fake I do. Boy, you better know what you're getting into. This ain't no shotgun wedding that you're used to. The target is you. And you leave her standing all alone at the altar. Daddy's daughter got a smack and was a pistol that her daddy bought her hidden in a gutter, and she ain't afraid to use it. It's up to you. Are you gonna be blood or just blood or what? Because she can't help but doing what her daddy taught her. She's her daddy's daughter. You better get down on your knees. Get to praying for forgiveness. Lord knows you're gonna need it. Oh, you better know what you're getting into. This ain't no shotgun wedding that you're used to. The target is you. If you leave us standing all alone at the altar, Daddy's daughter got smashed in a words. A pistol that her daddy bought her hidden in her garden. She ain't afraid to use it. It's up to you. Are you gonna be blood or just blood in the water? Because she can't help but knowing what her daddy taught her. She's her daddy's daughter. She'll be after you like hands behind a limousine. In a dirty white dress with a fully loaded magazine. Oh yeah, yeah. She'll be after you like hands behind a limousine. In that dirty white dress with a fully loaded magazine. Oh, if you leave her standing all alone at the altar, Daddy's daughter's got a
Baby.
Daddy bought her hidden in her garden. She ain't afraid to use it. It's up to you. Are you gonna be blood or just blood in the water? Cause she can't help but knowing what her daddy taught her. She's a daddy's daughter. Daddy's daughter. Oh, and she's a daddy's daughter. Scared of the lonely. Maybe I just needed someone to hold me.
All the signs were there that this was, and after a while I just couldn't take the hurt. Left a hole in my chest on the day that she left, but it was for the best. I was praying down on my knees, and I still can't believe you showed up out of the blue. I'm so happy it hurt when they walked out the door. Happy they left my heart broke on the floor. Happy I don't have to fight anymore. Had to leave it behind me, so real love defined me. You opened my heart, set fire to my soul. I didn't see it coming, so how did I know? All of those tears, they were worth it. And baby, you and me, we deserve it. So happy. Happy.
Love's got a funny way of showing up when you least expect it. It can light up your darkest days, baby, if you let it.
It can pull you out of your deepest pain. It's the sun on your skin right after the rain. It's that you just know everything's gonna be okay.
I was praying down on my knees, and I still can't believe you showed up out of the blue. I'm so happy it hurt when they walked out the door. Happy they left my heart broke on the floor. Happy I don't have to fight anymore. Had to leave it behind me, so real love defined me. You opened my heart, set fire to my soul. I didn't see it coming, so how could I know? All of those tears, they were worth it. And baby, you and me, we deserve it. So happy, happy. I'm so happy it hurts. So happy it hurts. You opened my heart, my soul. Didn't see it coming, so how could I know? All of those tears, they were worth it. And baby, you and me, we deserve it. So happy it hurts.
Okay. What did I miss?
Well, they're talking about something called Shazam, which I guess is a song recognition thing. Never heard of it. I used something called Sounds before, and that was great when it started, but rubbish lately. But Shazam is obviously the thing to have now.
Well, I've noticed a lot of channels are putting out these YouTube shorts.
Yeah.
And just about every one of them has got copyrighted music, bingo. And no big deal.
No.
I play the chorus out of a song and we get whacked with copyright.
Yeah.
Double standard assholes. That's all I can say.
Yeah. I know. Well, you know, Johnny, I don't understand why. All the music I've played has met with YouTube's copyright checks, but last night we got a warning. So, what can you do?
Well, you know, the thing is, you learn from a warning. You learn to say "F you."
Man, it's crazy.
I'm not YouTube friendly, but anyhow.
No.
But I hate it. I can't wait till Elon Musk gets his shit happening. And
yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't bought Rumble.
I think I wouldn't. He probably pays more for bloody Tucker per day than he'd pay for Rumble.
Yeah, Rumble won't be that expensive. But I'm also surprised at Rumble. They don't make Rumble nicer. It's so unintuitive and hard to navigate. You would have thought some bright kids could come up with a copy of YouTube quite easily. Just, copy it almost.
Well, it's
perfectly.
I don't. In honesty, I think it's not a bad platform. I just don't like the double standards.
No, it works brilliantly. I mean, the way YouTube works, I think is great. But no, as you say. Excuse me a moment. I'll be back in 1 second.
Okay. Yeah, we were on the ball. Banana King, we're on the ball. But it's easy to kind of miss it unless you're right on your channel, your finger on the pulse, so to speak. And I mean into the channel as far as analytics and all the whole deal of it. Because if not, you won't see anything. And that's another sneaky way they're doing shit. Anyhow,
I think Jeff wants us to crack on with it. He's put a 1 in the chat already.
well, he's Jeff's ready. So is everybody else ready?
Just so you're aware, I don't think you might not have seen it, Johnny, but while you were away, Andy Travels said he had to go.
Oh, well, good night,
Has
Andy.
just pinched the pen. Bring it back here. Come on. No, I need it. Come on. Good girl. Go and find yourself another one. Thank you. Right, okay. I'm ready.
You're stealing candy from children, are you, Steve?
No, it's my pen. I don't know where she's lost her hundreds of pens, but this one's mine.
Oh, stamp of authority. My pen. Bugger off.
Yeah. Oh no, she's got a big permanent marker. So that's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, good luck with you scrubbing the walls tomorrow.
Yeah.
Rightio. Now, what do we all know about cars and makes and models? We shall
We need
find
Zieg
out.
here for this. Zieg would
We
clean
shall
up.
find out. What is the full name of the company known as BMW?
Oh. I know the first 2 words. And I could guess the third. It's another cracking question, huh? Yes, I wouldn't have gone for that. It's probably the right answer, but
Everybody says it's Bulgarian Motorworks.
no, I don't think it is. Can I have a guess?
You can have a guess.
Bayern Munich. Whatever the W stands for. I'm sure it's Bayern Munich.
It's actually by a Rice. BAYERISCHE. Moten Works. But it's commonly called Bulgarian Motorworks. Yeah.
So does anybody get a point? Are we giving it to Bavarian Motorworks? No?
I would.
You would, yeah? Okay, so we're giving it to hold on, let me just check. I'm looking at the wrong one. I've got Banana King.
You're right. You're right, Jeff, but I didn't say in what language, did I? Okay.
Have I got that right?
Yeah.
I can see Adrian first on my my list.
That's correct. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Adrian was first. Jeff's playing second sucks. Rightio. Another car question. The Lamborghini logo features which animal? G'day, Sean. Stephen?
I'd go with NB on this one.
Well, you'd be right. That's the bull. Okay. Next question. What do the initials FIAT stand for? The name of the manufacturing company. What do the initials FAIT stand for in the name of the car manufacturing company? Some wog shit. That's about right. No one's going to get it anyway, but I'll tell you. Fabbricazione Italiana Motabili Torino. Oh, that one's off to the wicket keeper, isn't it?
No. Sorry, Johnny, I'm a bit distracted at the moment, so there's no points for that one.
No.
I'm trying to open
a nasty question.
Sweet, and it's not working.
Right,
there you go.
What model of car made by Lotus from 1996 was named after the granddaughter of the chairman of the company at that time?
No, I think Banana King's come straight in with it sounds like a great answer.
No, it's not right though.
All right. Can you repeat the question, Johnny? Sorry.
What model of car made by Lotus Cars from 1906 was named after the granddaughter of the chairman of the company at that time, Jeff? I think that's another one to the wicket keeper. The actual answer is the Elise.
Really?
After Elisa.
Right.
In the 2000 film, Gone in 60 Seconds, what make and model is the car known as Eleanor?
Right. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not playing. No idea.
Eleanor, mate, yeah, everybody's onto it. G'day, Dan. Welcome along.
Well, you see, I don't know enough about cars. We got Stephen
It's
Clark.
a Ford Shelby Mustang GT 500.
Okay, well, we've got American Girl came straight in with Shelby. Sean was next with Ford Mustang. Then Stephen
There's a
Clark
little bit of
Mustang.
difference between a Shelby and just a straight Mustang.
You'll have to shout on this one, Johnny. I don't know much about cars. I don't know whether that would be the right answer or not.
It
You'll
was the
have to,
500 Mustang. It was the 500, Nathan. Anyhow, who's the first one to go, Shelby or Shelby Mustang?
Well, we got it's split. We've got American Girl with Shelby, Shaun the Sheep with Ford Mustang. It's a tricky one.
There is a difference between
We've
a
got
Ford.
Foreigner telling the truth. Jeff has got Shelby Mustang.
American Girl's got Shelby. I'd take that.
Yep.
Because there is a difference between a Mustang and a Shelby Mustang. Big difference. A Shelby Mustang,
1 point to American Girl.
Oh. Well, if you ever want to stuff the group up, I only have to ask car questions by the sound of it. Okay, here's a nice, easy one. Which TV couple lived at 1164 Morning Glory Circle, West Point, Connecticut?
Okay. Oh, I hope that's the answer, Jeff.
And the correct answer is Darren and Samantha from
Bewitched. Wow.
Bewitched.
Well played, Jeff. One of my favourite shows, but I didn't know that. So that gives Jeff his point back. So Jeff's back on to 5.
Hang on. We've got a smart ass answer there. Did you see that smart ass answer?
Are we looking at from Banana King?
No, it's Stephen Clark.
He's got 2 answers in. Which one is amusing you? The Johnny Siam
and Ron.
I like
Right,
he had got. Hold on. That was a cracking guess, Jeff. I wouldn't have got that in a million years. And as I say, it's one of my favourite programs. And we had the conversation the other night. I think Samantha was one of my first crushes as a young boy. I loved her.
Oh, well, you would have
Elizabeth Montgomery.
Yes. Yeah, by the time you watched that show in Gilligan's Island, you would have been well and truly satisfied.
Oh, we didn't, strangely enough, in the UK, we didn't really have, I mean, I saw Gilligan's Island, but it wasn't on Main Street, it was sort of hard to find. Wasn't popular.
Yes, Dick York, Elizabeth Montgomery. All right, next question. Eating cheese late at night can cause nightmares as it contains large amounts of what substance which affects the nervous system?
Beats me.
Hello, Grandy.
Nathan's come in with what looks like a reasonable answer, something called casein.
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 Casein used to be produced many, many years ago. It's a byproduct of milk, but casein was actually gave the glossy finishes to magazines.
Okay. And is that the
Back
right
in the
answer?
day, but it's the wrong answer. G'day,
All right.
Grandy. Looks like this one's going to the wicket keeper.
Yeah, I've got no idea.
And actually, it's actually tyramine. It's the correct answer.
Okay.
Rightio. Another question. Seven Tears was a 1982 hit for which group? Seven Tears was a 82 hit for which group? Most well have been Milli Vanilli, but it's not the right answer. I think this one's going through to the bowler, to the wicket keeper as well.
Right.
It was actually the Goombay Dance Band.
Yes, you can, Banana King.
Righto. Another one. Whose hit 54321 was used as an introductory music to the TV pop program Ready, Steady, Go?
I think I know this one. It's about the first one I think I know.
Jeff, you've got to flash up on your trivial shit.
It's not Manfred Mann, is it?
It is.
Bloody hell, I was wrong. I thought it was Day Part 5. Well done, Jeff. Jeff goes back on to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Do you want to do an update?
Yeah.
Please.
In the lead, we have Jeff, a foreigner in the Philippines, is on 6. Andy, who's left the scene now because he had to disappear, is on 4. Still playing. The closest we have, NB's on 3, Banana King's on 1, and American Girl's on 1.
That's it.
Is that true, NB? Did Barry Upton actually write that? I don't believe it. I've met the guy. Barry Upton actually wrote 5, 4. I know he did the Wombles, or he was a big part of the Wombles. I don't know, and he also did the boys and girls band, Eurovision Song Contest. Can't think what they were called. But yeah, you're right. Barry Upton lives in Pattaya.
All right. Next question. Which Hollywood film company produced Citizen Kane and King Kong?
We're looking for the name of the studio that we'd all know, sort of thing. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Well, there's only a few of them, and I thought people would have guessed.
Well, there's more than a few of them.
Yeah. I'd have guessed the same as Stephen Clark.
And I can tell you it wasn't 20th Century Fox and it wasn't Warner Brothers.
Wow. Okay, I can only think of another.
And
Well,
it wasn't Metro Goldwyn Mayer.
Not MGM.
No.
There's two more I can think of.
And one of them had a radio tower type of logo. And it wasn't Universal and it wasn't Paramount and it wasn't Disney.
Well, the one you're thinking of is I shouldn't say now. I'll shut up.
Righto, it's off to the left. There's another. It's another one for the. It's another one for the wicket keeper.
RKO. Was it RKO?
ROK.
RKO.
Oh, yeah, RKO. Yeah, that's right.
There you go. That's 1 point for me. I'm only joking.
Oh,
and I only got it when you said it was a radio tower. I remember the beginning of it.
Righto. Which constellation contains the star Thuban? THUBAN.
I don't know if that's what he's looking for, Sean, but that's the sort of thing I was thinking of. Yeah. What it's called. It's another tricky one.
Well, the correct answer is Draco.
Wow. Bloody hell, Stephen. I'm impressed. Stephen Clark gets on the scoreboard with 1 point. Well played. Hold on, it moved. I meant to highlight that one. Christ, it keeps moving. There we go. Done it.
The mineral cobalt is what color?
Oh, I know this. Quiet. I think Banana King's got in there.
Well, cobalt, the mineral cobalt, silvery white.
Really?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Right. Well, why do they always call there's a colour called cobalt blue?
Yes, but the normal base one is silvery white.
Well, according to your description, the closest there would be Jeff again.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Nice one, Jeff. Good question. No, most people would say, because anybody who's done any painting or anything, you know that there's a colour called cobalt blue.
What colour's Viagra? And that's not a coast, it's cobalt blue.
I just take the copy. It's pink.
Oh dear. All right. Who played Sue Storm in the 2015 version of the Fantastic Four?
I think that's the answer we had earlier. It was the wrong answer earlier, but that's what I'm going for. I guess Banana King's going, but is that Lucy Liu? I don't know.
No.
It wasn't Lucy Liu.
No.
Not many answers
well-
forthcoming, Johnny.
Pardon?
Not many answers forthcoming for that one.
No, but it was Kate Mara, M-A-R-A.
Nah, I've never got that.
Anyhow, that's through to the keeper again.
No. Well, that's it. That.
I haven't got those. You go and get some.
No,
All right. The Mindbenders were the backing group for which singer in the 1960s? Geez, I think the wicket keeper's pretty busy tonight.
I think you've handed over these the organising the questions, Johnny, to somebody who thinks we're cleverer than we are.
Oh no!
You haven't subcontracted out.
No,
Somebody thinks,
no.
oh, we're all idiots.
The thing is, it was Wayne Fontana.
All right.
Now, here's a nice, easy question. Which Irish river flows into the Atlantic near Waterford?
Sean should get that. It's like an Irish name, isn't it?
Well, once upon a time it might have been.
Yellow river is in my heart and in my
All right, forget about it.
Wasn't it Ernie?
No. I'll find some nice. I'll finish off with some really, really nice, easy ones.
Oh, good. Let's just go. Let's have a recount just so we know how many we've got left.
Three questions left.
How many?
Oh, four, actually. 4 questions left.
2, 3, 4, 5.
That's with the bonus
9,
question,
9,
of
10,
course.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, yeah, 16 points scored so far. So 4 questions left, plus the bonus.
Anyhow, that one was to the righto. Who had a hit in 1973 with Paper Roses?
Bloody hell, I can't even remember that.
Paper Roses. Yeah. Which one, Stephen? Paper Roses song. Who sang it?
Yeah.
I like that one, Stephen.
Well, you got to remember a name. Was it the girl?
One was a girl and one was a boy. It was called Donnie and Marie, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's a tricky one.
Oh, yeah, Marie Osmond. That one's for Stephen,
But
I think.
Stephen Clark is the only one that's been anywhere near close. So to avoid this going on until midnight, I think we give it to Stephen Clark.
Yeah, that's correct.
Nice one, Stephen. You're on to 2 points.
Right. The next one, I think, is an easy question. I think it's a very easy question. Not that I really get into the stuff, but a champagne bottle which has the capacity of 2 ordinary bottles is given what name?
Okay, that's a good question.
I think it's a relatively easy one, but
Yeah, I think you need to dumb it down for us. I'm talking about myself here, obviously, but that's a question I could answer. We've got
and he was also a PI.
yeah.
How's that dumbing it down? Is that dumbing it down enough?
That dumbs it down well. Yeah. And didn't Clint Eastwood star in a movie Magnum Force?
Yes, that's good. That's it.
Okay, so that goes to Jeff again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Puts Jeff on 8 points.
Right. The next question is a steel question. And it's relatively an easy question. Unlike the bonus question. In what country is Stonehenge located? Or county, sorry. County.
Okay, let's start again. We're looking for the county.
What county? Yeah, we all know it's Pomeland. What county I know I said it. That's why I corrected it. Bugger it. Strike that question off. I'll ask another one then.
I'd have gone for Wiltshire.
You would have been right. But anyhow. Righto. How many full bags of wool did the black sheep have? Too late. That question's already gone to the bowler. All right. How many full bags of wool did the black sheep have?
24. I think Adrian's zapped in there.
Well, from my memory, it was one for the master, one for the dame, and one for the little tart that lived down the lane, wasn't it?
Yep. I'd go for that. So that's Banana King goes on to 2 points. And you said it was a steel question.
Yes.
Banana King, you have Jeff storming into the lead. He's on 8 points. If you take a point off him, he comes back to 7. NB's on 3. You're on 2 at the moment. You'll get 1 more when you pinch it. The American Girl's on 1 and Stephen Clark's on 2. Mr. Perrin.
You
I
can't
tried
steal it.
Banana
You
King.
haven't
I
got
did
any.
try that when you weren't here, and they wouldn't let me take a point off you, so it would be a 0-1 point. So I'm sorry. The same rules apply. You have to take it off a player. But I did try.
Jeff.
Jeff, then. Okay. So Jeff goes back down to 7 points. But the bonus question will get rid of it all. And if Jeff gets it, he'll put him on a good 16. So, 17. I can't add up.
Okay. Which TV family lived in 1313 Mockingbird Lane?
Oh, I should know this. It's a good question, though, Johnny. Excellent question. We all should know it because it's. I think Jeff stormed in there. It's one of those two, isn't it? No, I think it's either. I think it's either Jeff's, the Monsters, or Shaun the Sheep, Adam's Family. I'm going to go for the Monsters.
Anyhow.
He was also in a series before that, Jeb, called Car 54, Where Are You? Where he played a copper. Yeah. Car 54, Where Are You?
Correct answer is the Munsters.
Which is, I think Jeff's got it, hasn't he? Hold on, let me just double check. Yeah. Congratulations, Jeff. There was no need for a counter. You've ended up with 17 points. Congratulations, sir. Another great game. Just to run through it, Jeff ended up with 17. Next, even though he had to disappear, next was Andy Travels, was on 4. NB on 3, Banana King and Stephen Clark both on 2, and the American Girl on 1. Well played, everybody.
You've done a wonderful job, Mr. Parent.
Same to you, Johnny, as always. It's been great fun. I'm going to head for my microwave now and mute myself.
Not a problem. I'm just putting up the link. Yeah, well done, Jeff. NB, thanks for dropping past, mate. Appreciate you your input on it. It's all for a bit of fun. But there's the link in the chat. If anyone would like to join for a short amount of time. Well, thanks, American Girl. I try and keep the questions so that everybody kind of know them, not, totally just Australian American or whatever, all over the joint, but sometimes I fail. Anyhow.
Right, Johnny, there you go.
Good, Stephen. How are you? All right. Good night. Good night, American Girl. Take care. Well, that's American Girl. That's the other part of it too. We all kind of learn something, hopefully.
Yeah. Oh. What's been happening, John?
For me, not a lot.
Anything exciting?
Yeah, well, the whole thing about it is, every day's trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
I took my car down to get a new starter motor put on it, and the wrong one turned up.
Oh yeah, that's how you usually do.
Yeah. So that was fun.
That's got a Mercedes Benz motor in it, hasn't it?
Yeah. But anyhow, well, the thing is they can the other one wasn't totally stuffed, but it wasn't far. It's not far away. Put it that way. But all that kind of stuff is pretty expensive shit nowadays, and they don't rebuild anything. It's all throwaway stuff now.
Yeah, it's good. Mercedes Benz motors made in China.
I'm not quite sure where they were made.
That's China, John. They were the first in there, actually, into China when the curtain came down. Mercedes Benz started building their motors there. Which was a good move. They were pretty good motors, actually.
Really? Mercedes? Hey, guys, is that Mercedes bits made in China?
Yeah, why not? Everything else is.
Well, I guess. What do you think of these Mahindra utes? They're like a Indian 4-wheel drive ute.
Well, have a look at YouTube, mate. There's quite an array of comments about them and videos about the Mahindra range of products.
They seem pretty good. They looks like a Land Cruiser, like an old 75 series or something.
What are they called?
Mahindra.
Mahindra.
It's called a farm mate or something, or a it's got a catchy little name. You know those boxy looking Land Cruisers? It looks like one of them. Yeah, I saw one today.
Well,
I
they
thought-
should be pretty good coming from India.
yeah, and cheap.
How much are they?
They're like about half the price of a Hilux or Navara or any of those Utes. that you
How
get.
could you really go wrong?
How could you go wrong?
I'd keep away from the fucking Chinese stuff, though.
Oh, that Great Wall of China.
Apparently they're going to invade Australia. So I'll take the car back off you. Oh, they look good, actually.
Um,
Oh, they look really good.
Heard a good report about a Camry hybrid, Camry, Toyota
Yeah.
Camry today. The guy
Yeah,
drove
forward
it.
SUV. Yeah.
Yeah, the Ute looking one there.
Yeah.
The bottom last one at the bottom there.
that
Twin
one.
cab, yeah. The S11 dual cab, 4x4.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that one.
Well, that's the same as the red one, isn't it?
Pretty much S10.
I like the red one. I think the red one goes faster than the white one.
The red looks nice.
Like
The red one looks good,
Samsung
John. It really does. That Scorpion N looks good.
Samsung S10 Plus must be the note. Where's the S20?
Okay.
But that's
These
not,
things are-
it looks okay, but
that looks like fucking shit, John. You're kidding.
No, they look good on the road. I saw one today. I thought it was a Land Cruiser.
Oh, fucking ugly.
What, you drove past us 110 kilometres an hour and you said, "Fuck, that looks good."
Fucking smoking.
It's 24 grand apparently for that dual cab, like the red one there. Something like that, under 30,000, like 24,900 or something. That's cheap as shit, eh?
I remember back a few years ago, people were buying Mahindra tractors and lots of stuff, and always the same problem, the wiring.
Jeff wants me to accept the point for the Cobalt question. Yeah.
Well, the whole part about it, I always thought Cobalt was blue, but when I actually researched it, Cobalt is actually fucking silvery white.
Actually, I think copper ore is a bit of a bluish colour to it.
Bluey green.
Bluey green, yeah. Yeah, the ore probably is a silvery grey colour. I don't know why they call it Cobalt blue.
Jeff's changed bloody. What did you do, Jeff? Change computers again or what?
Perhaps when they put it through the process, like whatever the grinding and the flotation tanks and shit, it might end up like a bluey colour. The sludge, I guess. The concentrate, whatever comes out.
Yeah,
Cobalt's freaking expensive. That's a very expensive metal, cobalt. Crazy price. What's the price of cobalt?
Well, cobalt's an additive.
$48,000
a ton,
I guess that's a metric ton
or a boatload.
What is the current price of cobalt? 51,000. This is US dollars. 51,500 roughly.
Well, to me, the color of cobalt is green.
Yeah,
So they're paying in American
sure
money. Hey, anyhow, I just got to go. The little boy's ready for tick.
Cobalt's in hot
Okay.
demand with the lithium. The new lithium batteries have a lot of cobalt in them, apparently.
Mm.
Apparently, yeah. I heard a story today, Stephen. A guy's got a hybrid Camry, Toyota Camry,
Mm-hmm.
and he drove nearly 800 kilometres.
Yeah.
Like he filled the tank up, drove nearly 800 k's out west, stopped at a petrol station. You know how much it costs to fill the tank? Like $35.
How do you mean
Seriously,
by
you
fill the
thought?
tank? What, charge it?
No, it's like it still has a petrol motor. It's
Oh,
petrol, a hybrid. It's like electric and
Mm.
petrol.
Oh, okay.
Man, and he wasn't like babying the thing. It was like he said he thought the fucking petrol pump was broken, like there wasn't enough petrol going into it. $35. It's like what, 17 litres?
Yeah, but took off with a full charge battery though.
It must have
I
been
don't know if
running on the battery a lot. Yeah.
don't know. Unless he's got fucking solar panels on the roof of the fucker.
That's pretty practical compared to just an electric car because you still got the petrol motor if your electric runs out, I guess.
Mm. Well, you shouldn't really let it run out. You should, it gives you heaps of warning before it runs out. You're not going to make it. But apparently they're using these electric cars for four-wheel fucking driving and everything now. So, what the future holds.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be
There's a Camry SUV being released. I don't know if it's been released or not. I read about it about a month ago, and apparently it's the bee's knees. It's really good.
Mm-hmm. Like an electric four-wheel drive would be awesome if they had like the motors mounted in the wheel hubs or something.
Yeah,
if you get rid of all the transmissions and gearbox and all the fucking bullshit and just have those motors right in the wheels.
You have to have big tyres on the fucker.
Oh yeah. You seen that Tesla? That Tesla four-wheel drive? Man,
no, I haven't seen that one. He's getting sued, that bastard, for his automatic. What do you call it? Automatic driving, I think he calls it. And he's been in court. He's been taken to court. Tesla. He's in big trouble over that. Apparently, a couple of people have died from it.
Oh, have died in accidents?
Yeah.
People go on about it. Like the cars have got like about 12 cameras all around them, and everywhere you drive, the cameras are like updating their database of for that automatic driving bullshit.
It's only driver assisting you. It's assisting you to drive. It doesn't take over your fucking driving, and people don't realise that. And I think I'll have a little nap.
Yeah, I might just catch up in the sports section of the newspaper.
Yeah. I mean, it came up to a fucking light. This is what they're going on about. It came up to a light and it stopped. And according to their information, the Tesla doesn't have any capabilities of stopping the automatic driving thing, stopping at lights. But I mean, to prove it wrong, they should have approached the fucking traffic lights and gone clean fucking through it and cleaned up a few pedestrians and said, "Well, you see, we tell the truth. Of course, you're going to put your fucking foot on the brake when you come to a fucking set of traffic lights." Jesus. And that was in the film, right? So there's no capability of the program stopping car like that at a traffic light. Fucking idiots.
Just Google make a self-driving car.
It's a long way off there. What they're doing, a couple of years ago, they were putting some sort of what would you call it? Some sort of chip in the sides of the roads, right? So the car would go past and pick up the chip. and
yeah.
direct the car. I don't know whether it was a chip, whatever it was, and
Yep.
to keep the car on course and on the right side of the road. And you know that I don't know how that technology went, but the latest stuff is just you know, the Mercedes Benz, or if you speed on a Mercedes Benz, you come to the rear of a car, it'll stop you, it'll slow your car down before you fucking prang into it. That's called driver assistance. It doesn't mean you can go to fucking sleep.
Yeah. That, well, it reminds back to like, it's about 20, 30 years ago. I heard this story.
Yeah, I know.
The guy with the motorhome.
Yeah, I know.
He went back to make a cup of coffee or something.
Yeah. He got paid for that too, didn't he?
He got paid because they didn't have a warning sticker saying, don't leave the fucking driver's seat.
It was a Winnebago. Yes.
How dumb was that?
Yeah, he got away with it. Yeah.
It's like you buy anything with a fucking motor these days, it's got about 100 warning stickers all over it. Don't do this and don't do that.
Oh, look, in the future, maybe down the main freeways, they'll have these. I don't know if they're chips or not. I can't remember what they were. They'll line the side of the roads with them, and maybe we can have, you know, we can go to fucking sleep. I wouldn't fucking do it anyway, but, you know, it's only ever going to be driver assistance for the next, you know. Never going to be fully automatic. Even with GPS, you can't even trust GPS to give you accuracy, Adrian, because, you know, GPS can wander off a bit and you can end up on the wrong side of the fucking road very easily.
Imagine if you're in Thailand using a GPS driver assist. And then GPS in Thailand, like the maps go all over the place.
That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. That'd be good. That GPS. G'day, Nathan. How you going?
Yeah, I'm going good, mate.
Hey, Nathan.
Are you still wading through water?
Oh, always. In the wet season, at least, anyway.
So you got back up there without too much drama?
Yeah, just had to cross a bit of water on the way up. Wasn't too bad.
I have to make a phone call, Johnny. Back in a sec. Won't be long.
Nice.
How do you get out of here? Where's the exit?
I can exit you if you like.
That's okay. Don't be nasty.
There you go. Save you looking for buttons. I'm good at that. Yeah.
No, it hasn't been raining that. Hasn't been raining that much up here, really. It's only little bits and pieces of spurts, you know.
Yeah.
We actually had a big. Actually, lit a big bushfire the other day.
Shit, that they must have used a lot of diesel to get it going.
Nah, that gamba grass, all the dry, dead gamba grass from last year that didn't rot down or and get burned up. It went crazy, man. It went nuts.
Yeah.
And it only stopped raining for about 5 days when we hit it up. I couldn't believe it.
Grass fires get going, don't they?
Yeah, man. Especially this gamba grass.
Yeah, I could always remember going up into like Julia Creek and up through there, and you get a bit of the buffle and just twist it up and make a knot out of it, and you could boil your billy and cook some bacon and eggs and shit like that on just one ring of that bloody grass. You know, that was
gamba grass. I can't picture it. What's it look like?
Oh, spear grass.
No. Gamba grass came from Africa, and the government brought it here as cattle food, man. And they had plots of it getting around, right? And all the guys who are growing these plots told these guys, "Nah, man, this shit's dangerous. We don't want this shit around." But anyway, some government freak decided, no, we're not listening to these guys. We're going to spread it everywhere. Holy hell. It's now a noxious weed and it's a major problem.
Shit, yeah, I've just Googled it. Fuck, that's big, isn't it?
And I suppose realistically, it falls in with the landscape where a fire bloody regenerates it.
Yeah, mate. It eventually wipes out all the native vegetation, kills all the trees because the fire's that bloody fierce, man. And no shit, it's like cane, burning cane. This shit, it crackles like cane.
Yeah.
I'll bet it does. Yeah. I'm looking at the
Oh,
picture here.
it is. Yep, it's a serious problem.
In honesty, our government, in their wisdom, has made a lot of stuff ups.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
it's
It
bigger
looks
than
like
cane. And
it looks as big as like cane fields there.
yeah.
Or bigger.
Oh man.
Maybe bigger.
but that's gamba grass. It's very similar to the spear grass. Crap, it grows the same bloody height, and that up in the Gulf.
It grows bigger than spear grass, man.
Yeah,
It grows probably a third bigger again. Yeah.
Oh shit!
No
I bet
shit, man.
some freaking snakes come running out of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, I suppose that it's getting back about about the old Agent Orange on it. That'll fix it.
Yeah. Pity it's illegal now.
Well, the government bought it in. The government, the other, they can just make some Agent Orange and just aerial do it. But Agent Orange kills everything. But then again, that doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter.
After a year or two, and just aerial seed with natural grass.
Yeah. Oh, there's too much of it though. The shit's gone everywhere.
Yeah.
Do the cattle eat it? Do the cattle like what it was designed?
If you kept it, isn't it small? If you kept it mowed all down to no more than like 1.5 feet high, cattle would eat it. But once it gets that big bimmin lumpy stalky bimmin shit, nah, they don't even bother with it.
Wow. Yeah, it's big.
It's nasty. I've never been scared so much by a fire until I seen that shit woman in action, man.
Freaking pigs would be in there too, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Everything would be in there. Yeah, getting back to those Mahindras, I saw one, and the look of it appealed to me, Adrian.
Yeah, it looked pretty freaking good. It looked like that boxy, I think 75 series Land Cruiser.
Yeah, it kind of looked okay, but I can remember back years ago, vloggers and that, they'd bought different Mahindra products, and for the first year or so, they were going, "Oh, these are bloody wonderful," the whole, and then they're doing videos on the wiring's rooted, all this kind of shit, and the problems started coming out.
That's what I'm thinking. Like in 5 years' time, how are you going to go with that shit if it starts playing up?
I think that's a lot to do with those Mahindra Jeeps that came out a long time ago.
Yeah,
the little buggers, they had shitloads of problems. But I think these Ute things aren't too bad. My tenants have got one up there in Queensland. He loves it, but I don't think he does big miles in it, or he does too much with it.
I remember the little 3-cylinder Suzuki bloody 2-stroke 4-wheel drives.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
They were shit hot little vehicles.
Yeah,
Is that
man.
Those bastards would
Jimny?
climb, and if you got a bog, you could pick them up and just about drag them out. You know.
Yep. I had one with a Datsun 120Y motor in it, man. Oh my god, that thing was an animal.
Yeah, but the
Animal.
trouble is they were no good for water crossings because they floated.
Yeah.
Go in to cross a river or a bit of a stream or something, and next thing you're floating down the friggin' river in the bath.
What's that
Yeah,
called? Is that a Jimny or what's that?
Nah, it's
Jimny was the
that's the
tray
latest.
model.
That's,
Yeah, the
no, the
tray model,
Jimny.
wasn't it?
Oh, that's like the later on. The one
yeah,
you're thinking about is called an LJ50.
The 3-cylinder one.
The 3-cylinder one was called an LJ50, and they made them for a while, and then they made an LJ80, which come out with a 800cc 4-cylinder 4-stroke. And I had a couple of them over the years too. They're a good car. So what I'd do right is I'd get an LJ80, right, and then I'd take the diff heads out of an LJ50, right, because it's a 2-stroke. They were really low geared. You stick them in that LJ80 and give it some better reduction, and you can put big wheels on it.
Okay, yeah. They're a bit of a cult following on those cars, eh?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! I've been trying to get hold of. I kind of gave up, but I remember the Suzuki Carry, the little Ute thing they made.
Yeah, I got one on the Philippines.
Yeah, I always wanted one of them and put a bloody
put a rotary in it.
No, that'd be good. But the thing is, I always thought about putting a 289, something like that, because they were a smaller motor.
Yep.
Could you mount it in the tray?
Oh well, there's enough room. There's enough room under the bonnet. You'd have to do a little bit of work on the hump. Put a 9-inch clip in it.
No, how you get it the back of the engine, right? Is you undo a panel on the in the front of the tray, and that lets you into the motor, and it sort of sits under the seats. That motor in the Suzuki Carry. But yeah, you could wedge one in there.
They're a practical thing.
They were appealing to me, just the because they were virtually a glorified lunchbox, really.
Yep.
Well, hang on, Sonny in Thailand. That's the Carry he's got and turned it into the food van.
No, different. We're talking about the older ones. G'day, Graham.
Yeah, I've got the old one with the carburetor, and it's got the round headlights. They call it there's a name for it. I'll remember soon. But yeah, if you'd go all right in it, Johnny. You could be in it. But if I don't wear a t-shirt, if I just go in there with no shirt on, the steering wheel will rub the hair off my belly, eh?
Look at Graham says put a GSX 1100 motor in it.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. Put a GSX 1400
that's not-
Hayabusa motor in it.
That's not the ones that's coming up that I was thinking about. Maybe it wasn't a carry that what I was, but they're back in the 70s. Yeah, they were like a little ute, but it was you'd put 4 slabs in it and it'd fill it up,
Yeah.
Because they were more car, they're bonnet type.
Nah. Yeah, these are like a cab over.
Yeah. But yeah, look.
Hey, Crow.
That's right. They call them Suzuki Scrums. The one I got with the round.
Remember
Yeah,
back in the 70s, that little, was it a Honda Zot? It was about as big as a TV. Remember that little thing? It must have been the world's smallest car. A Zot.
No.
Honda
No.
Zot, I think it was.
Never seen a Zot.
That's sort of popular for some reason. I don't know why.
Economy, man. Run on nothing,
Yeah.
eh?
Yeah. Honda Zot. What did it have? It had a 354cc engine by the sounds of it. Yeah.
What the hell? 354.
Let's put that up.
Yeah, Graham. It's only for little fellas, the little Suzuki.
Yeah, well, the thing is, if you had a head-on prang in the bloody thing, it'd make you want to be wishing you sat in the back. Oh, shit, I remember those bloody things.
They come out about when I got my license, the first license in about 75 or something.
I remember the Honda. What were they? There was a Honda, but it virtually had a motorcycle engine on the gear shift was on the dash. They used to go pretty well for their size.
Oh, I got an idea that Zot was set up like that too.
Those early Civics were booming goers too, eh?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Nathan. Yeah.
I can remember chasing down a Civic on my motorbike in New Zealand, and it took me ages to get past this thing, man. This thing, I know shit. He was going that fast. He had it on 3 wheels on every corner.
Some of those little old motors could rev, Nathan. There's like one, a Honda, like a sports car, an open, little tiny open thing, an S600 or something it was called. And it had like a 600cc motor, but like the motor, all the main bearings and conrod were like needle bearings. Like, man, that thing could rev.
Okay. It would have been just no friction whatsoever.
Yeah.
A lot of them, a lot of them were really motorcycle engines, and their rev range was a lot higher than a normal car.
It may have even been a 2-stroke engine. I'm not sure. Yeah, they could fucking rev some of those things. They make everything so small back then.
Well, that was when the price of petrol went from about 6 cents a litre to about 27 cents.
Yeah,
but they're made for Japanese, mate. They're not made for women, big bastards like us.
Yeah, and they're only made to drive them in a city centre, not out the country road. The workshop I used to work at, they had one of the little Hondas, and the motor had shit itself, and just down the road from us was a motorcycle dealer, and he had a car we used to work on. I said, and he run it through his computer, and there wasn't computers in those days. The old bloody shuffle bloody thing. Oh, and he said, yeah, I can get parts for that thing because it's the same motor as. Yeah, the casing's a bit different, but the whole motor's the same as a 750 motorbike. So yeah, we rebuilt the bloody thing, but I think it went a little bit harder when we finished rebuilding it. But it didn't cost a lot of money. That was in the days when you could buy stuff for bugger all too.
Imagine some of them little screaming motors back then if they had turbos and shit back then.
Oh yeah, you would have blown them up though.
Yeah, probably. Graham says his mate's sister had one and it was a piece of shit. Was that the S600, Graham, or the Zot?
Yeah, I think the best two-stroke motor I ever drove was that had turbos on it. Was a Detroit diesel.
Wasn't that the world's biggest scheme back then? The world's running out of oil, and like the price of oil in a year went up about 10 times.
Yeah,
and never went back down, did it?
No.
Like a year later, it never went back.
The whole part about it is, we've all got fed this bullshit. You get used to the prices, and they'll stay there. Everybody can kiss and make up, which is what so-called problem that caused it, but the price will stay there.
Absolute scam, really.
It is. I like here in Australia paying world parity prices when they're taking our shit away. American companies taking our shit away, and they've got everything they need to produce everything we need, and they bring stuff back. It's world parity pricing, and it's cheaper to do it elsewhere. Well, where's our government saying, hang on, you supply Australia first before you take one drop and export? No, they're all too piss weak, and their wallets are too full.
Yep.
Yeah,
we should all be running on LPG cars at about 20 cents a litre.
Well, they sell it to the Japanese for about 6 or 8.
That's right.
Well, that's another thing, Johnny. I don't use gas other than like LPG for the barbecue, but I'm hearing gas prices, like a lot of people use gas for heating and cooking, gas is gonna like double or triple in price. Like it's gonna be a crisis. A lot of people won't be able to afford fucking gas to cook and heat and whatever they want to do with it. But how much gas do we fucking send overseas? Well, our gas should be cheap as shit.
We're the largest gas exporter in the world.
Yeah, this is where the people should be walking down the fucking street, every major city in the whole country, and saying to the government, "Go fuck yourselves. You're corrupt. You're selling us down the road. We demand because we own the country. Fuck yous."
LPG, like at a petrol station for a car, I'm not sure how much it is. It's cheaper than petrol.
It's like $1 a litre up here.
If I go and get a 9 kilo gas bottle for the barbecue, it's about like $36 for 9 or 8.5 kilos, I think it is. Swap and go.
That lasts a while though.
Oh shit, yeah. The barbecue, unless you leave the burners turned on and don't turn the bottle off.
Yeah, well, that happens.
if you fall asleep at the barbecue, that can happen.
But it used,
Yeah,
Fall asleep
it used.
or pass out at the barbecue.
I used to roll down into Sydney and get gas for like 35 cents a litre back in 2005.
Mm-hmm.
And the most expensive at the time was like about 50 or 60 cents. But now that's like doubled, man, since then.
You know, all the heavy transport trucks in Thailand use compressed natural gas on their trucks. They have like about 8 big gas cylinders behind the cabin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they look like
it's dual fuel though.
oxybombs. Yeah, that's right. But the thing is, if you say, "Oh, can you run a diesel motor on LPG?" Yes, you can, because out in Bass Strait they're doing it all the time.
Yep.
Because they got those big cat motors that are generators, the whole deal, and they're running on straight out of the well, the bloody gas. There's only a few filters.
That gas is methane, right?
Yep, correct. But they still have an injector pump and diesel in that to fire them up, just like a truck. And then they just start feeding the gas into them, and they run them on that.
Good stuff.
Because it's paired. They still run on diesel, but the gas, they're not a 100% gas, but it's paired just to lower the running costs, because the running cost of a diesel motor out in the middle of Bass Strait is pretty expensive, because you've got to transport the bloody diesel out there.
Yep.
Well, how much extra cost does it cost to sell it overseas? Like, okay, they've got to pipe it all down and pump it to whatever, just say Gladstone. They've got to pressurise it and liquefy it. You've got to have those special fucking ships with the cryogenic tanks. You've got to fill it up, and then you've got to transport it with the ship to Japan or China, wherever the hell it's going. Now, how much does that add to the price of their fucking gas? And why has our gas got to double in price to match whatever they're fucking?
Oh, you're saying about the world parity pricing when.
Yeah, well, that's what we have to pay the world parity
all the
price.
bastards are paying fuck all for it and ripping everybody off, and we're paying more. We're paying the same price on parity as the people that are getting the stuff from here that's been transported halfway across the fucking world. Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah.
You keep the geology out of it, and the Yanks piss them off, and you'd find there'd be a lot of differences.
Well, I suppose they're happy, Johnny, because the more expensive they make it, of course, the tax percentage stays the same, so they get more tax from it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Arseholes.
Granty, a vehicle that's dual LPG and petrol, because of the you've got an actual carburetor. You need to run fuel in them to keep the lubrication, keep all the gaskets, all the shit moist. But a vehicle that is designated LPG hasn't got a carburetor. They've got an injector system, and that's it. Just a butterfly on it. And most vehicles now are fuel injected.
Very popular with the taxis in Sydney back in the day. Like every freaking taxi was a Ford running on LPG.
Yeah, well, Ford Ford made a dedicated gas engine, eh?
Yeah,
That's
Jeff's got a bloody vehicle that actually is that, but up where he is, because the government's trying to get rid of the LPG and the amount of sales in the area, they don't have an LPG bloody servo anymore. So his car's useless.
Well, come to think of it, you don't kind of see LPG dispensers around that commonly anymore at the petrol stations.
Now they're pulling them out. I used to run my vehicles on LPG back, 80s type of to 90s, and when I was starting to rebuild motors and things like that, and looked at costs, I said, well, bugger it, petrol's cheaper.
Yeah. Back in the 80s in New Zealand, we had both. We had CNG and LPG. It was two different systems.
Yeah,
So you could, yeah. So the CNG just ran straight methane. That was a whole lot less powerful than the LPG, but it was super cheap as shit.
yeah,
But on the downside, it screwed your motor up like on 4 times faster.
yeah. Well, the motors that actually liked it, liked the LPG most were the Valiants, Chrysler motors. They didn't mind it.
Yeah, well, they're
Ford,
tough as
yeah,
nails,
well,
isn't they?
the older Ford motors, like with the cast iron heads, they didn't mind it. But when everything went to aluminium heads and shit like that, they didn't like it as much. And then you had to
Yeah.
put your stellite valves in and seats and all the bullshit and fuck
Yeah.
me. I always had a motor because I had a few Ford vehicles, a couple of Utes, and that's when we were contracting. And I always had a motor that I'd just rebuilt, sitting in the shed and just waiting for one to stuff up to slip it in,
A spare engine.
Yeah, well, it was. Well, we were doing a lot of bloody miles. It was nothing to get a phone call on a Monday and somebody to say, "Oh, we want your intender field on Thursday or Friday to start working on the project."
Mm-hmm.
Or the other part about it is, you'd be into oh shit, we used to go all over the frigging joint. Or at the same time that, somebody be ringing up from bloody Tasmania saying, oh well, want a job done. I think I did more miles in the ute than I ever did in a frigging truck. And I didn't have to have a logbook, that's why.
Yeah, that's interesting. Easy Company had a Nissan Pathfinder with LPG. Was that 4-litre petrol motor?
Yeah, well, if Grandy was at the helm, it'd have to be a Pathfinder. Find its own way.
Yeah, that first Pathfinder with the petrol motor, that was a pretty good car, actually.
Yeah, Graham, you're dead right. They got big rods and they got good valves, though, and then those green top barrow motors. The only problem is they're all getting long in the tooth now.
Oh, aren't we all, Nathan? Aren't we all?
That's it. Finding a low mileage one's a hard thing now. You got extra bigger rods than them barrow motors, though. I mean the LPG motor. but because of gas, they got them on valve recession problems.
You go to sleep. Been sanding a wooden coffee table today. I'm going to refinish it. But, I didn't bother with a mask. But after I was done with the orbital sander, it was like, fuck, I coughed and like a fucking lump of black shit come out, and then I blew my nose and it was like black shit come straight out my nose. Fucking,
What were you doing? Sniffing the shit?
I was just in the shed sanding this top of a wooden coffee table, getting all the old stain off it. It was my daughter's. They were going to chuck it out, but it was a good coffee table. It was like one of them Nick Scully fucking coffee tables. It was about $400.
Yeah.
And the grandkids had got to it and painted and drawn all over it, and then she tried to restain it with a really dark stain, almost like black.
Tiki type. Oh,
yeah, and then when they moved, we got the new house, and it wasn't going to suit, so she's going to like get rid of it. I put it in my garage sale. And then it was left behind. Man, I'm going to keep that fucking thing and sand it and restain it. But after I sanded it, it was like the dark stain had got into all the wood grain, and it was like, it looked real rustic looking. And I were going to get some dark stain. I took a picture of it and showed the guy at the paint shop here, and he goes, "Man, that looks awesome. Just put clear on it." I think he's right.
Yeah. I don't think you can beat natural wood.
Okay, it's a coffee table. It's like about 1.5 meters long and about 700 wide. But it's made of, when they get all those pieces of wood and like laminate them together, glue them
Butcher
together.
block, a butcher block type thing.
Yeah, it's like that. It looks fucking great.
Yeah, well, really, if it's done in butcher block, you just oil them, just Neatsford oil.
Yeah, but this
you start off with Neatsford oil and kerosene, 50-50 mix. That's to put the first one on to wash it in. And then the next one you just use a little bit of Neatsford and just oil the bloody thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes up nice.
I'm just putting some Cabot's bloody clear on it.
Well, that'll be okay.
And, like you'd have to sand about 1/4 inch of wood off it to really get the stain out of the grain and the joints. I'm not going to sand that much off.
Oh shit! I made up a frame years ago that took a router. You bolted it onto the butcher's blocks because I'd always, scallop it out in one spot. But anyhow, we could resurface and just put a big colour bit on the router and just run across it, and then resurface it, give it a bit of a sand, oil it, kerosene, get the oil back into it, and then just the oil after that come up looking like brand new.
Good as new. Yeah.
Except they'd lose about 3 inches of height.
Remember Taz in Tasmania, the house he was staying in, Donna's house or whatever, it was in the kitchen. They had this awesome big kitchen, and it had a huge butcher's carving block at the end of the workbench.
Yeah, butcher's block, yeah. Well, in the old, look, let's face it, the old days, and it wasn't all that old, out on the farm we used to process, what we grew as well for our own consumption.
I'd bring a chook in there and off with its head on that block in the kitchen.
Oh, come on, Adrian. Then it starts flapping and it goes all over the kitchen and fucking... Adrian, we've got more balls, for fuck's sake. What's wrong with you? Oh, my God. Get that chicken out, Adrian. Adrian just went in the kitchen and knocked the chook's head off.
Chooks are over
what
on
a fucking mess.
Hey?
Put your finger in that, Adrian.
Over on the wood heap, and you kept hold of the chook. You grabbed its legs and you grabbed its wings, and then you done you did the amputation. and you...
It's a pretty good fucking party trick, John.
G'day, Bobby. How you doing?
You put a pot over it to stop the blood pumping out.
Actually, I remember when I moved into town when I was a young fella for a short amount of time. I used to get the old layers from the chook farm, and they were 20 cents or something like that. Was you got a bit of breast meat off them, and you had to work. Oh well, I used to just skin them, but you got your breast meat, which I used to mince up. But the thing is, it was cheap. But every now and again, like one of the arsehole neighbours, you do the amputation and just throw the bird over the back fence or the side fence, be running around squeaking. Yeah, funny. Always did that on a Sunday afternoon.
When the fucking heads are on the, Johnny, when the heads are on the ground, they start blinking and shit, and they don't die for about fucking 6 hours. Just they're blinking.
Now you're telling porky pies now, Stephen.
Have you heard the story of the headless chicken? The guy I think in Russia or somewhere, he chopped the head off the chook and it survived, like it lived. And he used to have to feed it down through the throat hole to keep it alive. But it lived without a fucking head, apparently.
Nah.
It fucking did. Go and Google it.
What was running the heart and the lungs and everything? They've got to have a brain to do that.
Well, you'd think so.
Chooks haven't got much brain.
Yeah.
That if it comes to computing power, a chook would be a D cell. It wouldn't even be a AAA battery.
We used to take it around to like county fetes and things, like those freak show sideshow alley things, and people would pay money to go in the tent and have a look at the headless chook.
I bet you they had ringing.
Aussie fucking Dave Putin, was it?
Yeah, they had ringing for every show. Yeah, they probably
I'll bomb you.
Okay, it lived for 18 months without a head. Here's this. Oh, it's in America. 70 years ago, a farmer beheaded a chicken in Colorado and it refused to die. Mike, as the bird became known, survived for 18 months. It's a famous story. Mike the Headless Chicken. Yeah.
Well,
True fucking story.
I must. I know a bloke that runs a YouTube channel, and his name's Michael. I mentioned that to him.
Mike the Headless Chook.
Mike the Headless Chook. Nah, I don't mean anything derogative there, Michael. Just taking the piss.
Wikipedia says that the axe removed bulk of the head, but missed the jugular vein, leaving one ear and most of the brain stem intact.
What's that? The chicken?
Well, what a shit of a shot.
There he is. There's not much of the head left. The brain must be in right at the back of the base of the head or something on the chook.
Well, you can't call it a brainless bastard because obviously it had some.
You know, 18 months. I wonder if it could like reproduce some stuff.
Let's go to Kentucky Fried Chicken and do an autopsy. Here's a look at the chicken's ass, would you?
I'll tell you what. If you fast forwarded that to today, that chicken would have its own talkback YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah.
I guess you would pay money to come and see this headless chook.
I'd have too many fucking brains to do that, John.
Well, the owner made a fucking fortune out of it. After that, everyone was chopping off the heads trying to get one to stay alive, I'll bet.
Yeah.
Like, you know, imagine little Johnny, the minute he got home from the freak show at the Fate, he's straight into the chook pan chopping off heads. Not you, John, little Johnny.
I would be more diligent with a more surgical technique.
Yeah, that pair of ring neck and pliers you got.
Little Johnny'd fuck it after he cut its head off, wouldn't he? Fucking dick with it.
That's probably the most humane way of doing it, is those special curved fucking secateur things. Ring neckers.
There's a tool for every job. You just, you know.
I had to laugh when you pulled those ring neck and pliers out. That was fucking, that was an eye opener.
Like I said, there's a tool for every job.
I wonder if that's the same tool they use in Thailand to do that op.
Probably not.
What op's that?
The dickectomy.
Oh, no, don't do that. Oh.
So that was in America, the headless chook, Mike the Headless Chook. You ever seen that Russian thing? They had an experiment where they transplanted the head of a dog onto another dog, and it actually survived and lived for a few years too.
And what did it say? Great mate, Wolf. If they hadn't have got the voice cords right, with marrying them up, they would have been hush puppies.
Stevie Wonder adopted that chicken.
Here's a bit of stupid news. Former Holden factory to be reborn as a mushroom farm.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely brilliant.
Good idea. Take away something for the Australians loved. It wasn't making any fucking money. Just fucking bail it out.
We used to claim we were treated like mushrooms, fed on bullshit and kept in the dark.
Mm-hmm. All right. What other brilliant conversations do you want to have?
Well, we've done the cars. Do you remember those little Hondas, the Honda Zot?
No, not really.
No. Or the S600?
I remember this little car I used to have in when I was in Ukraine. My wife's father had it, and he was a little guy, and I wasn't that heavy then. I was probably 80 kilos. But he'd give me a lift home every now and then because it was a bit dangerous walking around the streets. And every hill we had to come, I had to get out and push it up the hill. It was a fucking small car, all right. Yeah. Seriously, I had to push it up the fucking hill, and I went big hills,
That sounds
I can't remember the fucking name of it, but it was real cheap fucking car. I can't remember.
What, a Skoda?
I don't know. I'll cruising that, see if I can find it. Fuck, it was a weird looking thing.
That sounds like three of us when we were young blokes. We bought a Vespa scooter, little 50cc thing, and we'd be going into town from the we might as say the village, 12 mile, and it was like a tag team thing. The bloke steering, you sit on the front of the seat. Then you'd have the other bloke going downhill. He'd be on the pack rack thing, and the other one on the seat. But and we rotated around. But in the end, we just threw the frigging thing in the bloody scrub on the side of the road. So it's easier to hitchhike than this bastard thing.
Some of those Russian cars were like tanks, weren't they? Big fucking solid things.
Oh, yeah, they were, yeah.
That's the ones they bought off the Americans.
Probably. Can you share the screen, somebody? 1 second, I'll see if I can do it first, actually.
It's not up there, so.
Yeah, let me get it up there. I found the car.
You should be able to do that yourself, maybe. I don't know. We'll put it up.
You can put it in the studio, but we have to put it up.
You finding the car that you're talking about, the one you had to push?
Yeah. All right, it should be there now.
Okay. Yep.
That's the car there. It was a red one.
Holy shit. Yeah.
No, it had I think, I'm not sure. I can't remember. I think it had a motorbike fucking motor in it, like a small fucking motorbike. It wouldn't go uphill.
No, it looks practical. It looks like a practical car.
They were quite popular, but there was only a few in Ukraine because he was a cripple. He had the gimpy leg, the small leg. So they gave him one to drive around. But fucking, you couldn't get any passenger. It was just for him. You'd be overtaking him on the fucking. He'd be heading home or something. You'd be overtaking him on the fucking hill walking. Yeah.
The way the front grille there, it's probably good for ploughing through like river crossings and things.
No, it wasn't that sort of thing, Adrian. I think the motor was in the back. I'm not sure. maybe it didn't have a fucking motor. But yeah, that was. Then they had the larder. Lots of the larder. I'll tell you what they did have over there. You remember the VB Commodore? The VB Commodore?
Yeah.
They had them over there, but they're only 4-cylinder.
Oh, they got the 4-cylinder.
I had the Opel in it. And I told them about our V8 ones, like Bassett and stuff. They couldn't believe me till I showed them a fucking photo. It was the same car, exactly the same. It was called the Opel.
You had a fucker Holden red motor, cut 2 cylinders off it.
No, they were actually good.
No, they weren't, Nathan. They were a terrible engine.
I had one. I had one in a Toyota.
I used to make them. I used to work for GMH. Anyway, they were an Opel motor, like it was in the Gemini.
No, they're not an Opel motor. You're thinking of Opel's come out with an Opel motor.
I'm not thinking about Nathan. I'm not thinking about anything. The Opel was in the Russian one, okay? And the Gemini had the Opel engine in it as well. So that was the first world-made engine designed for the whole world.
But Holden also made a Starfire motor, which was a
that's right. That's correct. There was two front cylinders taken off. Yes.
That's right. And they had large rods. I had one on the Toyota Corona. It was a good thing.
You reckon? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
shit. Well, they nicknamed it the backfire motor.
Yeah, it was not. I don't think it was a very good motor, but well, if you're happy with it. They put them Starfire, I think they were called, weren't they, Nathan?
Yep.
They put them in the Tirana. The 6-cylinder Tirana came out, the new shaped one, which was more rounded off. They put the Starfire motor. Fuck it, it was hopeless. It was absolutely useless. Yeah. But
a mate of mine at work, he had one, and every time he drove it to work, everyone would just take the piss out of him.
Yeah, they were a bad fucking engine. But then along come the Opel. But the Opel you couldn't fix that. They had to just dispose of it. It was a disposable motor. But anyway, that's what they were running in the in Ukraine. They were running the Commodores with Opel motors in them.
They were good little motors, those Gemini motors. I had a couple of Gemini.
So, yeah.
1600. They were.
I didn't have much to do. I didn't have much to do with them because they didn't come to Fisherman's Bend. They went straight to Dandenong. But I know a lot about the. It was a Starfire one, the 4-cylinder one, and that.
Apparently,
that was just a short. It was a shortcut. Yeah. Sorry, go on.
A limited run on them. They had they brought out a 2.2 litre motor for the Gemini, like a slightly bigger than the 6.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that, Adrian, but yeah, they were a 4-cylinder. They were good. They were a very good car, the Gemini. I think the Gemini was a world car as well.
Yes. It was. Yeah. Opel. Yeah.
Yeah. Was it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. But that engine, that engine went to was made in Germany and it went all over the world.
Germany.
Yeah.
Opel motors.
Well, one particular motor, John.
Yeah, Opel. That Opel made them, but the Starfires were a Nissan thing, when they joined up with GM at one stage. So they had the Nissan, what was it? Pulsar?
Bluebird. Nissan Bluebird.
Yeah, whatever. But anyhow. But that car you've got on screen, that looks like a push car.
I don't know. Push car, yeah, push the car. Nathan, I worked at GMH for 6 years at Fisherman's Bend.
Yeah. You know that a Holden Gemini is really a Isuzu, eh?
I don't know. Got a beautiful car, them. They're a really good, nice car.
Yeah, they're Isuzus.
Yeah, it does ring a bell, Isuzu.
Yeah,
I remember. Isuzu was taken. GM took over Isuzu.
Gemini is an Isuzu.
Is it?
Was that the motor as well, Nathan, or was the motor with Opel?
Yep.
Okay, what was Opel then? Was it that other thing that come out then, the Barina?
Opel
no, that was just the engine. It was a German engine. Yeah.
Just the engine. They found their way into Tiranas and some Commodores.
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, the 4-cylinder Commodore crap. Yeah. The engine.
That was shocking, that car.
Yeah, but the engines were actually better than the bodies.
No. They put that 4-cylinder red motor in it. I think the Commodore. I can't remember now.
That's a
Yeah,
Starfire.
yeah. Starfire, yeah. Sorry, Starfire, yeah.
But they also put Opel motors in Tiranas and Commodores.
Oh, I can't remember, mate.
I don't know about Commodores, but definitely they were in Tiranas. The Opel motor.
Yeah, I had one. Yeah, I had one. Yeah.
Yeah, the lower part of the range that GM put out had when they did the handshake with Opel, because they did a handshake with Nissan as well. Because remember they had the Nissan motor when they ran in Bathurst at one stage.
Yeah, and they did a handshake with Toyota and had the Lexan.
Yeah,
that's right.
Oh yes, they did, didn't they?
Right. Yep.
And the typical of the GM, they screwed everybody else over and produced a shit product and screwed the public over.
Yeah.
About 20 years ago, my daughter got a Gemini. Had done 20,000 on the clock. She drove it out from her grandmother, apparently. She drove it out the street and that, and someone rammed it up the arse, and then she smashed into something. It was a fucking like a letterbox by the time she finished with it. It's a fucking shame, really. Beautiful looking car. It wasn't when she got through with it.
She probably got more money for the insurance company than what I think was worth.
Oh no, I think fucking beautiful little car.
Was it the original one that had the round headlights, or was that the last model?
Oh, I can't remember. I think it went in square.
The square headlights is that was an 80s thing. Yeah, they were expensive square headlights.
Yeah, that was a square headlight one then, I think.
Oh, great little car though. The Gemini was a really good car. Very well built.
I had two of them.
Did you?
Oh, not at the same time. One of them got written off, head-on collision, and
what with a letterbox? This one night.
No, I was coming over the crest of a hill, and there's a cunt on the wrong side of the road, drunk, plowed straight into me head-on. Boom.
Oh yeah.
Woke up in hospital.
I had the 4-cylinder Tirana, the one Nathan was just talking about with the Opel motor in it. Had the clicky 4-speeder. You had to click it in. Oh, you had to click it to go in reverse. Geez, a fantastic car. It was a manual. Geez, it was comfortable to drive.
Both of mine was 2-door ones, the coupe.
It was about the same size. Coupe? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but the insurance company just replaced it. It was like a new car, so they just give me another new car.
The Sunbird, the hatchback. Remember the hatchback?
Yeah.
And about 10 years later, a mystery check for $500 turned up, and then a letter came later. Like, because the cunt was drunk and he didn't have insurance, or his insurance wiped him or whatever, I had to use my insurance to claim on my car. So I got that excess money back. But it took about 10 years. They had to track him down, hunt him down, and fucking find him and get the money out of him. But they got it, to their credit. They never gave up.
No, they never do.
Insurance companies don't like giving out money.
Mm-hmm. They'll even go for your overseas. Yeah, the good old Sunbird, Johnny, a brilliant car. Yeah, with that fucking motor in them. What people were doing, they were getting them and putting the red 6 motor engine in it. What do you call it? The blue motor. Blue motor was a good motor. That was good.
The red motors were the best. They were a good motor.
Blue one was all right. It was a good motor. Blue was a good motor at the end of it, towards the end.
Yeah, but
all the pollution shit off it.
All the pollution shit that they had on them.
Just took it off. And then plus you had the electronic ignition on the fucker.
Yeah, but the whole part about it is straight off the line, they were pieces of crap with all that fucking... They used more fuel. They used triple the amount of fuel than they had to because of all their pollution crap.
Yeah, that was the black motor. I had a black motor. The
Oh,
head
the
fucking
blues
That was Nissan,
started it, and then
That was a Nissan motor, wasn't it? They put Nissans in them in the end.
it was a 202, but designed to run on unleaded fuel. So it had all this anti-pollution shit on it, and the head ran that hot that it kind of warped and fucking blew gaskets and fucking melted down. It was fucked.
I had a 12-port head. The last Commodore.
The black one.
Yeah. It had lots of power, but lots of problems.
It went okay when it was running. Like that was in the VK Commodore.
I'd left by the time the VK came out.
I was never really a bloody Holden fan.
Come on, that fucking Tirana was good, John. Come on. Fucking
I had a Tirana and that cured me of fucking. I had a Tirana and it cured me of bloody Holdens, I can tell you. But the thing is, the Chrysler product and the Ford were way better. But you know, there used to be the old saying: if you can't afford a Ford and can't afford a Holden, dodge a Dodge and buy a Ford.
Yeah, that VK Commodore was my first family car. I had to get it because the baby was born and had a baby capsule. I couldn't put it in the fucking silly little cars.
That's what fucked up my Charger too, mate. All that kind of shit, having kids.
Yeah, it's too hard to get the baby capsule into a 2-door car.
That's right. Yeah.
Put it in a fucking boot.
I should have pissed the wife and the
Put
kids
it in the
off
fucking engine bay.
Put them in the boot. Put them in the boot.
No, fucking put it in the engine bay.
Much better off with a 2-door car than a fucking wife and a baby, I'll tell you.
Then you end up with the station wagon. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Station wagon. And then they get in the back and they shit everywhere and they throw their shit all around the back of your car. Yeah, whose fucking kids are those? And then you go somewhere, you'd have cloth fucking seats on there and I had to buy them a fucking ice cream or a fucking pie with extra sauce. Oh, for fuck's sake. After you finish, get in there with a fucking shovel, you fucking love my children.
I like the idea of getting vinyl seat because when the little mongrels got in there, they'd burn their asses.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
you really don't need a seatbelt.
I was pissed off about having to sell me Charger and get a fucking station wagon, and it was a Holden. Fucking, I'm still dirty to this day.
I loved my HT station wagon. It had like a
HT shit.
HD. It had like a.
I had the HT station wagon too. Yeah, I had that one.
It had like a 138 motor or something and a 2-speed power glide gearbox. But me and my mate would go fishing with it, so you'd have the back seat folded down. You could put all your fishing rods and tackle boxes and shit straight in the back.
138 or a 161? It would have a 161, wouldn't it?
Oh, 161.
No, HD, because the original 138 was the grey motor. And then when they bought out all those odd red motors, they bought out a 138, which was run on standard petrol. But the 2-speed power glide, they were running them, doing a bit of work on them. They were running them on fucking in dragsters.
The 2-speed power glide, you could do 60 miles an hour in first gear.
Yeah.
PH, you think it off, I think. When
you tramped it and you were really going, when it actually changed, it fucking near broke your neck.
Yeah, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. I had a 138 and a Tirana.
Yeah, that was the year that they had.
That was a grey motor, wasn't it?
No,
No.
that was
Yeah.
the same displacement as a grey motor, but that's when they had the 173 and fucking all those.
Oh, right.
stupid
Okay.
fucking
Yeah,
ones.
right.
Yeah.
I'm with you. All right. I understand.
The 138 red motor. Then they
Yep.
bought in the blue. Then they bought in the blues after that failure. Yeah.
On the badge, right, it was 2250cc.
Best red
Yeah.
motor was the 186S. That was the best motor they brought out.
They're small capacities, like for a 6-cylinder motor.
186S.
And I pulled that motor down, right, and the pistons were so small that you could take the whole piston out the bottom of the engine. Didn't have to take the head off.
Oh,
They'd fit between the bearing boom and the main bearings, that piston.
Yeah, spin,
straight out the
spin,
bottom.
Gentlemen, the best motor was the
spin your
186S
bloody
with a yellow terror head on it. If you
mhm.
couldn't afford the yellow terror head, you painted it yellow.
And the twin Webers carburetors.
Oh, well, of course.
twin
like
Webers.
petrol.
Oh, that was. But triples were better.
Oh, the triple,
Yeah.
triple Webers.
They,
Sorry,
they come
triple
out in the
Webers.
XU1.
Yeah,
They come
triple-
out in the Tirana XU1, these triples.
Triple
Yeah, but
Webers.
they-
Yeah.
Actually, 186 plus 60 thou was exactly the same as the motor in the Ford Capri.
Oh, was there 2 SU carburetors?
3. Yeah, there was 2, and then there was 3.
Yeah.
I don't know
The
why I was thinking
Bathurst
2.
model ran 3. But the road model ran 2. 2 SUs.
That was freaking crazy, that little GTR XU1 with the triple fucking Webers and the fucking worked up head
Oh,
and shit. And
Jesus, Adrian, they were going to stick out. They were going to bring out the V8 one. They're going to put a V8 in that fucking car.
man, that thing's a weapon, eh?
Oh, gee, and then they stopped it. Imagine that little car with a fucking V8 in it. It'd be fucking ridiculous.
Graham, when they bought out that in between bloody, because the 138 wasn't around. Yeah, the 141, the 169, the 161, 179, 186. They bought out the 138, the 173, and that's when the 202, another rebranding of the crappy 202. But yeah, the old 149, 161, 179, 186, they were fucking brilliant motors. They were actually really good motors. But when
What
they
would the
went
HT have?
the,
Which
red,
engine would that?
the reds with the
A 179?
179 and then 161s in them. That's what the HD started out with that. And they come out with the X2 motor, which was a 186 with the Webers on it. Okay. Then they brought out the HR, which had 186.
The X2.
Then it came
X2
out.
had
The
headers.
202 was launched with the HT.
The 186 X2 had headers on it.
And disc brakes. Disc brakes, yeah.
Yes, that's right.
but
Yes, that's right.
The motor had twin Weber, twin Webers on it.
Mm-hmm.
The X2.
Yes, that's right.
But as
Imagine
far as
now-
the Bathurst Tirana, it had
X2.
3 Webers.
And now,
If you had.
the bloody Hyundai XL could beat the whole lot of them.
Yep.
The Hyundai XL would
Also,
probably
or something with quite a large battery in it to do it as well.
it'd probably beat the old original BN V8s, the little Hyundai XL now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but you're talking about mass body weight. The Hyundai doesn't. It weighs fucking a 15th of what the other cars used to weigh.
Yeah. Yeah, good old days are gone, I'm afraid.
Well, actually, is it this weekend or next weekend? The Bathurst 12 hour gone.
Yeah.
What are they racing in that now?
Everything.
They were still racing holdings.
Isn't Bathurst in October?
No,
Yeah.
you're talking about the main race, but this is the 12-hour race. So the racing motorbikes the whole fucking deal.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah,
When's that, John? This month.
Yeah, I don't know if it's next week. I think it might be next weekend. Not sure, 100% sure.
I've finally got my antenna connected to the TV now. I watched the first news that I've seen in probably a year or more. The other day. And that was only
And then
because
you
I
turn-
just tuned the
And what did you
TV.
do? You watched it and turned the TV off.
Yeah, I did. It was just auto-tuned, and then that came up, and then I turned the TV off. Man, I don't have time to be sitting around watching TV. Fuck that.
It's on this weekend, eh?
Oh, this weekend. Sounds like the sort of thing you'd sit in the pub and drink beer and watch. Hey.
Yeah. We used to do that once upon a time with the Bathurst and sit there and get blind drunk and fucking watch all the cars go around in circles.
And drive home like a bat out of hell.
No. No, that was Star Wars. No, it was good night out. Yeah, a good day out actually. You sit there and watch the Bathurst race and have a few beers with your mates and watch the Ford and fucking hold the racing away there, and then them dirty, rotten fucking Volvos with that turbo. What?
Remember, like all the young hoons would be out that afternoon in their cars, fucking trying to do donuts and burnouts and shit.
How fast can I go? Like, yeah.
Actually, it was a good day to stay off the roads. Was Bathurst Day.
Yeah. Yeah. See, the Europeans and the Americans don't know how far Australia was into cars, and New Zealand, of course. We were right into it. We were building our own cars, and fuck, they were fast. A lot of the other countries don't understand that.
I'm not advocating drink driving, but times have changed and the roads are busier. But like when I grew up, man, you could get blind drunk to the point you could barely fucking get in a car, and then
it was acceptable. It was acceptable in them days, Adrian. But going back all those years,
and there was like no offence broken until you had an accident, and then they booze test you.
Yeah,
you had to have an accident before they'd test you.
Yep.
And they were the days, eh?
Yeah, I know.
And they brought in that random testing bullshit. Yep. But they had to, there's some nasty freaking car accidents back then.
Sure was. No seat belts, no airbags.
No crash zones and crumple zones and all that nonsense. I guess the cars were heavier though, like you had a better chance in a prang.
Yeah, it was the harder the car, the harder the car fell.
Well, that was about 19.
And four-cylinder cars were on the bottom of the food chain.
That was about 19. When did that Gemini come out? Because I think it was about 1977. And I went and bought a new Gemini, and they'd only just come out. And then had this, about 6 months later, this full fucking head-on evil fucking crash. I was drunk. But the other guy that was on my side of the road, he was drunker. And I woke up in hospital. Because the rule was back then, if you were unconscious or woke up in hospital, they couldn't test you.
Yeah,
it was their law. If you're in hospital, they couldn't booze test you.
Now it's random. Now it's compulsory. Now they have to do, no matter whether you're drinking or not. They have to take a blood sample.
Yeah,
it's changed.
Especially if you end up in hospital, get a blood sample for sure. Yeah, that was a fucking bad accident. I got fucking huge scars and bits missing off me still from that accident. Had to get those jaws of life and cut the fucking car apart to get me out.
Shit.
Yeah, it was
Good.
fucked up.
Well, I might take off, girls and boys. I'll do me thing.
You know, it wouldn't have made any difference if I was sober, drunk, or high as a kite. That just come over the crest of a hill and fucking there's a cunt on the wrong side. Like both doing about 80 kilometres an hour. Just fucking no time to do nothing. Bang.
Yeah.
I can barely remember it, the actual fucking impact.
Did the Gemini have airbags in it? I can't remember.
No,
Hell no.
no airbags.
Oh, shit.
And it wasn't a huge
Long
car.
before airbags.
Was it? Yeah. I can't remember, mate.
A pretty small car, the Gemini too.
You were lucky to survive that, man.
Fuck
Did
yeah.
they start bringing out the fucking airbags? It must have been the HR Commodore, was it?
Oh, 90s, I'd say.
Like the end, probably, or later on.
Oh, I can't fucking remember. No, the HR didn't have airbags. I remember that.
Hell no.
Must have been after the Commodore, the newer Commodore got him. Yeah.
I do seem to remember, I've always seemed to remember, and this might be a near-death thing, was like just before that impact, even though I had no time to do anything, like that last few seconds seemed to take like about 10 times longer than like it was. Everything was just fucking in slow motion. Fuck.
Yeah.
Mm.
Did you see Elvis at all?
Had some weird time distortion thing happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, shit's funny when you get knocked out cold, man. When you wake up, it's like everything that happened was in a dream. It's weird, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, gentlemen, good night. I'll see you again, I guess. Bye now. See ya.
See you soon.
Yeah.
What's the time here? 11:30 p.m. Yeah. Oh. Got a bum knee now, Nathan. I think I've over fucking exerted myself.
Oh, bugger.
Yeah, like I mean, right knee's never been great, but now it's like there's a hot fucking knife in there. Just so I put the slightest pressure on the side of my knee, like just brush it or rub it on something accidentally. Fuck, it hurts. Fucking hot knife's been stuck into my knee.
Yeah. Both my knees have got issues from motorbike, so I actually I'll tell you what did my knee in big time was kneeboarding behind the boat.
Oh yeah, that could do it.
Yeah. So it sort of damaged my knees up doing that, and then one day I tweaked my knee, man, and it's never been the same since.
Come to think of it, I think water skiers have a lot of knee injuries too.
Oh yeah, especially the kneeboards, though. Not kneeboards. The single board, wakeboard. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Wakeboard screw some people up.
Is it like because you're twisting your knee to turn?
Oh, I don't know.
Or something? Or the jarring of it? Oh, I don't know.
Don't know. Good sport to keep you fit, but yeah. I wish I'd never spent hours on a kneeboard.
You kind of really don't need a ski boat, do you, for a wakeboard? Pretty much any boat would tow a kneeboard, yeah.
We used to do it. We used to do it in Girraween Lake with a 12-foot tenny and a 25 outboard.
Yeah.
Three of us, One,
Yeah,
one to
that's
hold the nose of the boat down, one to drive the boat, and one to be skiing.
Mhm.
That was where Crocodile Dundee filmed the crocodile scene in that
Oh.
billabong there. But
Uh-huh.
that
Is there
was like,
Crocs in there?
oh yeah, there have to be. There would be now. Like nobody's used it for skiing for years. Like I'm talking 30 years ago, we were skiing on there. But now with the explosion of crocodiles, that freaking things are everywhere.
Yeah, man, they're out of control.
They're
You
out
know,
of
Lee,
control now.
on the way heading north to Townsville, like it was in the local, like a Facebook group, I think, but someone had this picture of a crocodile just on the side of one of them creeks you go over it heading to Townsville.
Yeah. Yep.
Crocodile sort of on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Come up. It'd make great roadkill, wouldn't it? A fucking crocodile.
Yeah. I've had to dodge them in the middle of the night when I'm going out towards Jabiru when I was picking up vegetables a long time ago. And them
Yeah.
get up on this big causeway and try and get heat off the road, the bastards.
I had a crazy idea, Nathan, to get a punt, like a flat bottom boat.
Yep.
For fishing in these creeks because they're good and stable and don't need much depth of water. But then I was thinking, man, the crocodiles, I don't know if a punt's a fabulous idea. I think they could just jump straight in, right?
Yeah, but that's the same with all of them boats. Doesn't necessarily have to be a bum.
I reckon they'd jump
punt.
in about a 14-foot tin.
Shit, yeah. Yeah, but when a bloke got plucked out of his, it might have even been a bigger boat than that. He got plucked clean out of his boat, cleaning his fish.
Oh, cleaning the fish. Yeah, man, that's a mistake.
Up here in Yellow Waters way, out Jabiru way. Yeah,
he's like basically burling up the crocodiles.
Yeah.
It's sad he got taken.
Hello again, gentlemen. I just had to add. I don't think you need to worry, Adrian. I've seen those crocodiles in the zoos in Thailand.
Yeah.
And the trainer puts his head into their mouth.
Oh.
I think you'll be fine.
There's one trainer that doesn't do that anymore.
Have you seen it?
Remember the one?
Yeah, grabbed him by the head and rolled him round everywhere, didn't it?
In front of
I
everyone.
haven't seen that.
All the tourists. They got a good show that day.
Well, the only famous one I never saw a video, but I did see the still photos. Was an elephant at one of the elephant shows that went crazy and killed a Falang in a wheelchair, old woman.
Farang in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they then put. There was no. Apparently, it was before I went. I went afterwards, and it. Look, watching the elephant shows is a real rock and hard place thing because, as I'm sure you know, it is bloody funny the way they get them playing football or basketball or whatever. It is hilarious.
The elephants enjoy it, Steve. They actually know what they're doing. They enjoy it.
Well, I don't know. That's the problem.
No different to a dog, Steve.
You know, when they're playing football, Steve,
what I'd like to think, Johnny.
When they're playing football, Steve, they don't have their handlers with them, though, do they? They're just like 20 elephants on the field.
Yeah.
Running around playing football by themselves.
Look,
there's no one stabbing them with that stick with a nail in the end or anything.
No. But I'm not sure what they've had to do to make the elephant. Because what happens is the little one saves a goal. It's usually a baby elephant in goal. he saves
Yeah.
the goal and then jumps up on his hind legs and does a
Oh,
sort of
the trumpet.
hands in the air sort of thing, like ha 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 ha.
That
It's
trumpet
really,
call.
yeah, really funny.
I guess they train them early, you know, like you train a dog, you know, like throw the ball and get them to bring it back and teach them to catch the ball or something.
I don't know, but I mean, I've heard the Thais say that well, for a start, it would be really hard to be too cruel to the elephants because
Nah, it's not
so many times, my wife is a perfect example, absolutely love elephants. They're so lucky, they're so beautiful to a Thai that you
I've
couldn't
never met
really.
a Thai that would harm an elephant.
No,
Never.
that they hold them in such high regard, such high respect. I mean, my wife is really scared. I mean, they used to, shows how long ago it was. They used to come into Pattaya, and
I remember that
the
down on Beach Road
the
through along all the bars.
yeah, well, they used to keep them just off of the end of what's it called, Soy New Plaza. There was a bit of open ground there. In fact, might have even been Soy New Plaza. I can't remember, but they used to bring them down through the road into the Soy New Plaza. And my wife was so scared she was almost crying because they were scary, but at the same time she also loved them. It was weird.
Actually, the other night, B. Moron, he was in Udon Thani with Ning. So they're in like a bar in Udon Thani, and yeah,
All
a guy
right.
just brought an elephant along the road, and all the girls come out and they're feeding it and stuff. But
Oh,
they
okay.
shouldn't be in the city, right? Elephants.
Shit, I remember the first time I went to Bangkok. They used to they had ride, you know, on Sukhumvit Road, and they clip a flash and bloody like a bicycle tail light to the elephant's tail. And they'd be, you know, I'd never participated because I thought that was wrong, but they're a majestic creature. Anyhow, on that note, gentlemen, I've got to travel by public transport to go and do some shit tomorrow, so I've got to get to bed a hell of a lot earlier than I had to. So I'm going to bid you all good night.
Public transport involves a few drinks, and
Oh, there will be after the so-called meeting. Then by the time that's finished, the establishments that serve alcohol will be open, and just happens a mate of mine will be coming from out of town in to meet up and say g'day.
Excellent.
well, that could involve
So
a beer.
what are we going to do before you go, Johnny? Let's have a quick vote. Are we going to close it down?
Oh, Adrian,
Let's face it, me and Banana
Nathan,
King,
yourself
me and Banana King
are
aren't responsible enough to run it.
Yeah, I'm probably not responsible enough to run a channel.
No, I'm not. I get triggered far too easily.
All right.
It's been a great night. Really enjoyed it. But yeah, I think we'll call it a night, and I'll open up tomorrow when the children are at school.
You happy, Nathan? Or we'll pack
Yeah,
it in.
yeah. Back it in,
I'm
yeah,
like,
knock it on the head.
Well,
Hit it a hay.
Yeah. Cheers, chat.
Graham.
See you, Banana King.
By, and
see you, Nathan.
Thanks for your support.
Okay. Catch you later,
See you,
guys.
John.
Good night out here.
Good on you, Graham. See you, mate. And anyone else there?